Welcome back, ye all, to Trekyards. That's pirate. That doesn't
Or
work.
Orion,
Anyway, I'm
if
Captain
you're
Foley.
if you're a mariner, apparently.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and I'm Dragon Controller Cockings, the liquid gold of the dragon's aquarium dolphin power elf bloods rays are working. Always known as OBS's record button. I think our name is slightly more efficient, but some people prefer the other one. Who's to say?
Today we're here to talk about the mythical and amazing legendary ship, the Monavine Hesperian ship.
Well, we did get a new ship, and would be terrible if we don't actually look at it. So here we are.
Yes, it would be terribly remiss of Trekyards not to analyze a new Star Trek ship.
And this is a pretty damn unique ship. Let's be honest.
You know, the funny thing is, the first time I saw this on screen, I thought, "Oh my God, it looks like Harry Mudd's stepfather's ship from Discovery, with the extravaganceness of it." But yeah, very much an extravagant ship, and like we said at the beginning of this, it's tied to myth and legend and that kind of dragons, castles, Renaissance vibe. So the filigree and the extravagance of the outside of the ship makes sense. But seeing it for the first time, it was like, that looks like something out of the original animated series that they would have for an alien ship. So there you go.
Yeah, no, I quite like it. It's charming. I get two vibes out of it. One, it looks to me like a sword. So I just get a pure, like, Excalibur. I mean, there is literally a sword on the front of the ship, but like a big, classical force going forward. So I like that. But second, it looks like the Planet Express ship.
The color, yeah, and some of the shapes, yeah.
It's like if you squint, it's real close. Not a bad thing, just a thing to note. But it's it's nice, and it has actually the fundamentals. It has Basards, it has warp grills, it has a main ship. We didn't see the back, so we can't tell impulse, but I like that it's they are humans, or at least from Terra originally. So it's got a certain charm, yeah.
No, it's a nice design. Like, if you could make this a Star Trek design easily, just replace all the hull coating, put like new warp nacelles on it. Like, it's actually a nice looking ship when you think about it like that. So not super big, same size as the Cerritos, give or take.
Well, we do see a shot, and it's definitely a lot thinner. I mean, it's the size of the saucer, so it's not a lot of internal volume. And given how big the rooms are, I mean, well, that's the thing. We're jumping ahead a bit. There's also different views, but let's sort of go chronological. I really quite liked their docking bay with all of the literally the lit torches. I thought that was quite a cute touch, and kind of the wood paneling. I was like, well, that's cute.
Yeah, and we talked about that in our review a little bit. That it's interesting that this is harking back to this old school docking like we see in Enterprise, because they might have transporter tech. I kind of doubt it though. But the Cerritos could obviously beam them over. But I think it was more of that grand regal, I'm the queen, red carpet kind of entrance to the ship that they were going for there, which makes sense.
You think you've got an honor guard though, if that had been fully the case.
Well, she had the two guards.
It's not quite an honor guard though for welcoming the prince. But they have an MSD, which is pretty fun and ambitious to do, and you get a very clear shot.
This is for Trekyards. Throw the scene in. Bing.
And I absolutely adore that you can see the dragon. That looks like a dragon for the engine room. It's like, what that is, and you can see all the bridges, and yet they've still sort of converted all the shapes to be Federation basic, because it makes sense. You wouldn't need to, for EPS conduit with an EPS conduit, you don't need to have it look too weird. So I appreciate it's very understandable and very familiar. Yeah.
And they literally have some of like the little Easter eggs that, like on the Enterprise D one. There's only one here I can see, and that's the dragon right in the center of the saucer. Sure, you've got the dragon-shaped engineering section with the feedback to the engines, but there's literally just like it looks like a dragon's. Well, they say they have pet dragons. Billups does say, I don't want to have mutton and pet dragons and stuff. So it could be a dragon, like literally like a zoo. Who knows? But it's a nice little touch.
And now you see the horses as well down below the a whole pen of horses which they run through. I almost look as on the middle of the ship as in the middle deck. It almost looks to be, if you go to like a Ren Fair, the fabric structures of the points that you know have flags that wave in the wind. Kind of looks like you've got those in the middle.
6 decks.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a good appropriate size with not a lot in it. You've got kind of big, huge rooms and then a banquet hall as well. No, it's quite neat actually, and I love the detail there.
Actually, from the side, the MSD looks like it belongs in the Orville universe. With the rear parts, looks like it could be part of the rings that they have.
I wonder if that was intentional too. You're so right. That's kind of like, ooh. In a good way. But then you get to see the bridge.
You mean the throne room?
I think we do, yes. I mean, it's... Now, let's be honest. The Discovery Bridge looks small in comparison now. We finally did it, Stuart. We've found a bridge that's bigger than Discovery Bridge.
But in this context, it makes sense. But yeah, the big chandelier, grandiose paintings, and guards everywhere. I love the dual staircase. I mean, it's a very, very cool design for a bridge.
And I feel like they just designed a fancy room and then put consoles in it. Because it's best, I would assume this culture would go Fance first, function second. So I like how all the tech feels like a second thought. An intentional second thought, like, well, okay, it'll go here and here. But it all kind of combines together well, that if you just look at the top floor, there's nothing sci-fi, and then you cut to the bottom, oh, it's a bridge. Wait, what? Put them together. Huh?
Yeah, you get a few different shots, different angles of the bridge. You see some of the consoles and stuff. But then you get the engineering room, which, again, is very filigreed up and just very extravagant. And literally a dragon-shaped console for even like the things heading out to the... It's awesome the way it's set up.
Stroke of genius. I wish a few more of these gags had been in it to kind of continue it going. But it makes sense. The dragons are such a powerful force of nature. And as I said, as you said, they have dragons on the planet, so it is a reality for them. Although, for whatever reason, I was getting NX-01 engine vibes from this thing. Just the sort of the simple structure of it gives me those vibes, which is weird. Maybe because they're so like lo-fi, kind of made me think NX, but I was oddly reminded by that, given I'm looking at a dragon and yet NX vibes.
And honestly, when I was watching, I didn't really notice the dragon, but now that we have the stills, it's like so blatantly obvious. And I love how they say, the dragon's blood or whatever they say, because they want to mythical things up to make it seem magical. That was kind of hilarious too.
Which is also a good cultural statement, because that for them is a valid term. What we call plasma conduit is an invented term. Plasma is an invented word, conduit is an invented word to describe things, but their culture did something different. So it's totally valid. And I really like that. Actually, it's a simple approach, but it makes sense for them. And he even starts speaking their language because he's from there, and just it's cute.
And even the extravagance of like the repair bay, where it's a couch essentially with a little headrest and cushion. Two people can slide in and do their work. I mean, that's awesome. So
a lot of good little details. I wish when we run through the corridors later, they'd have a few more, or through the horse pen, etc. But no, so it's a really simple fun idea, and given that it was dedicated a full episode to the concept, pretty much, I'm surprised if we see this culture and Billups' mum again. Yeah,
she seems like the Roxana Troy of the Cerritos' crew, because they were very familiar with her at the intro here, because like, what do you want from us this time? So yeah.
I mean, maybe it'll be the next big bad, the next threat. Always, because at a certain point, if he's not going to say yes willingly, attack the Cerritos, a fleet of these ships, oof.
Could you imagine a dreadnought from this species where it's got like wings, has like 3 dragons' heads, like a dreadnought that has 3 nacelles? That would be hilarious.
I was picturing obscene things, or like lions, other mythical creatures. Also, there's Aslan, the USS Aslan, the USS, Schmaug. You go extreme with it, and I kind of hope we're going to do something from that. Yeah.
The USS Puff the Magic Dragon.
USS Barney the Dinosaur. Wait, no. That doesn't quite work.
So I guess that's basically it for this ship. The outside is quite extravagant. The rings on the back of the nacelles are interesting. They seem superfluous, but they probably are. Yes, fancy for fancy's sake, and that's fine. Well, guys, let us know what you thought about this ship and about Billups's whole thing going on. Put it in the comment section down below. Check out our review of this episode. We have an edited one, and we have a live, which is released the same day as the edited one.
It's already happened, so go watch that.
If you haven't checked it out, go back and watch it. Even watching the lives after the fact there's a lot to glean from our discussions. So, and the way to make sure that you know that we're doing that is to click that notification bell icon to all, like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. As you guys know, it's all very important. But join us for the lives if you're able to, because we really appreciate that.
Yeah, we love that direct communication. Everyone gets a voice. Every super chat gets read. We pride ourselves on that. So if you can, please just support that way. Everything we do here is free, but because it's free, we need your direct support. That's kind of how that goes. So Patreon, PayPal, join the channel on YouTube, pay a super chat, or buy shirts down below, etc. All great ways, all great support. And just keep coming back, because we do them for you guys. So show support by just being here the next time.
That's right. So until that next time, he is ye old amazing Squire Cockings.
And he is Wizard Foley.
Ooh, I like that. I need a little... Oh, I got a straw, a little magic wand. Bing! Can I end the video now?
Yeah.
End the video. Bing!